probably worth following up with Lily about what she was saying about missing supplies. With her wound up the way she is, I don't want to see her paranoid.
No question.
And I'd like to talk when you've got a minute.
I'll do anything for you, Carly. She's a badass shot. Alright, Lily. You and I have got to talk. You kind of left me for dead. I get it. I helped Kenny kill your pops, but you kind of left me for dead with electric fence situation.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
You come in here and give me hell, it's a problem.
I know. I had a feeling someone from the past was coming.
Wanted to follow up.
Like, I'm not gonna, it's the final season, and there are some people that no one could really account for because we didn't really see their deaths. Like, Lily was one. Whether you kick her out or not, you see her either run away or drive away. Right? So we don't really see her die. And then there's Krista, who Clementine gets separated from spoiler alert for anyone who's watching who hasn't played any of the Telltale Walking Dead games. There's a girl named Krista. You meet her in season 1. And you see her again season 2, and Clementine ends up getting separated from her because some dudes attacked them. But even though we get separated, you still do not see Krista die. You know what I mean? And so there was Lily and there was Krista. And then again, season 2, there was I think her name was Molly? No, not Molly. Bonnie. Season 2, there was that redheaded chick. She was part of the bad group. And then there was a African American guy named Mike who was also part of the bad group in season 2. And there was that Russian kid, Arvo. If you remember, Bonnie and Mike took Arvo and like pretty much drove off. You don't see those 3 ever again. So again, you don't see them die. So let's see. That's like 5 people already from seasons 1 and 2. There's also Molly from season 1, who they meet. I think episode 4? It was either 4 or 5 where you meet Molly. So that's 6 people already that you do not see die on screen. There was like a good chunk of healthy people. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, there was a good chunk of people in seasons 1 and 2 that you do not see die. There's Lily, and then Bonnie, Mike, Arvo. There was Molly. But yeah, there was those big chunk of people, and then Krista, and then season 3, I was hoping we might see Javier again and his group, the New Frontier area, because I love The Wolf Among Us. To me, it's very underrated. I mainly love The Wolf Among Us because I know that game is actually based on the actual comics, and I love the comics of The Wolf Among Us. It's a very interesting interpretation of fairy tale people like, Snow White and the Big Bad Wolf and all that. And it was a really interesting comic. And when I found out that Telltale actually did make a game on it, I was intrigued, and I wanted to try it. I was hesitant because a lot of people are like, oh, it's not like great like The Walking Dead and all that, but I was like, I'm giving it a chance because it's based on a comic that I actually really loved. If I remember correctly, it's actually DC that has that comic rights, I think. And so I tested it out. I loved it. And I even got somebody else who normally doesn't really care for Telltale games to play The Wolf Among Us. Vertigo, thank you. I even got someone who doesn't really care about, Telltale games to play The Wolf Among Us, and they loved it. And that's saying a lot. And so when I was super sad when the final season happened and they had the first 2 episodes and the whole bankrupt stuff happening with Telltale and that they were shutting out everything, they weren't going to continue, I was really upset because, of course, I wanted them to finish the final season. This was Clementine we're talking about. This was her story. And also, I was also sad because that meant there was really bad chance of season 2 for Wolf Among Us or any other games that I actually enjoyed. Like, believe it or not, I actually enjoyed the Game of Thrones one. That might sound weird, but it wasn't bad, the Game of Thrones one. The Game of Thrones one was not bad. And it kind of left on a cliffhanger. If you actually did play the Game of Thrones one, it did leave off on a pretty damn big cliffhanger, and I was actually intrigued by it. I wanted to know what happened. You know what I mean? And of course, there was The Wolf Among Us, which is the second main one. I really, really, really wanted a season 2, and when I found out they were continuing, yeah. Yeah, it's a preference. I just wanted to pretty much play as many Telltale games as possible. After playing season 1 of The Walking Dead, I was like, this is amazing, right? And so I was like, let's see what else Telltale has made amazing. And there was The Wolf Among Us, there was the Game of Thrones one, there was the Borderlands one. God, I forgot all the other ones, but I just wanted to play all the Telltale games. After playing Walking Dead Season 1 and having such a very good first impression on it, I wanted to test out the other Telltale games. Again, like, I had a soft spot for The Wolf Among Us and Game of Thrones because I was a fan of the comic for Wolf Among Us, and not the show. I'm a bookworm. I actually read all of the Game of Thrones books way before the show even started, so I did have a soft spot for Game of Thrones only because I read the books before the show came on. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, there you go. I actually have those ones. I have Wolf Among Us, I have Game of Thrones, I have Guardians of the Galaxy, I have all the Walking Dead seasons 1 through 4, and I have Batman. Yeah, I also have both seasons of Batman. Jurassic Park and Back to the Future are the only two I don't have. Not thinking about it now, Jurassic Park and Back to the Future are actually, in fact, the only ones. Aren't they like the earliest ones? If I remember correctly, they can't. I know Back to the Future was definitely before The Walking Dead, but Jurassic Park also did that one come out before Walking Dead season 1? Because if that's the case, that's probably why I haven't tested those two out yet. Any Telltale game that came before The Walking Dead season 1, I have not played yet. But anything that came out after, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, anything that came out before The Walking Dead season 1, I have not played yet. But anything that came afterwards, which is obviously seasons 2 through 4 with Walking Dead, Wolf Among Us, Guardians, Game of Thrones, and all that, and Batman and all that, I played all those. I own all those. So if I do manage to get my hands on Back to the Future and the Jurassic Park one, I'll test them out. Even if they are some people say they're horrible, I'm still gonna play them. Because it's Telltale. They did remarkable. I know some people prefer certain seasons of The Walking Dead because there are 4 of them, but they did really well with The Walking Dead. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean to the creators of the show, but Telltale did really well story-wise when it came to the characters of The Walking Dead. It takes place after the first movie, and Back to the Future is like the 4th one. Ah, okay. So it takes place after the first movie. So does it take place... I said after the first movie, but is it before the second movie? Is it like kind of like an in-between the first and second? But like... You know what I mean though, right? Some people have... When it comes to The Walking Dead, because again, there's 4 seasons... Some people have the preference like, oh, the 3rd one's not the greatest, or blah 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 and all that stuff. It's like... They all have their preferences, but I chose to keep an open mind with all 4 seasons. Because again, they did a really good job story-wise and character-wise with Telltale. Did an amazing job story and character-wise when it came to The Walking Dead. Again, not trying to be mean to the show, but they did kind of better when it came to that than the show. After the first movie, like the beginning of the helicopter taking off. Oh, okay. So it's like direct sequel. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Now I gotta find Back to the Future and Jurassic Park Telltale, huh? Shit. But yeah, like, if I remember correctly, I did in fact finish Guardians of the Galaxy. I finished, because if I remember correctly, all the Telltale games I have them all on PS3. And I know for a fact I finished all of them, well, except for, of course, Walking Dead Season 3 and Season 4. I obviously got them on PS4, but Seasons 1 and 2, I got them on PS3. Guardians, Game of Thrones, and Borderlands, I got that also on PS3, all of those. And I finished all of them on PS3. But I did end up getting them, I did get some of them again on PS4, like, again, I have all the Walking Dead seasons 1 through 4 on PS4. I have both Batman seasons on my PS4. I'm not sure if I have the Borderlands one on PS4, but I know the ones I do have on PS4 I did not finish like I did with PS3. So, but I did finish, I know for a fact I finished Season 1 of The Walking Dead on my PS4. This is just another save file that I put on. But anyway, I should keep going. I'm like delaying the inevitable here.
Do you know what's going on?
No, just mention it.
And you came in here to confess?
I'm not stealing shit. I came in here to help.
There's a traitor. Somebody, one of us, out there. He or she or they have been taking things.
For real. Oh, what do you got?
Yes, for real. And I don't have shit. I just know.
Lily.
Counts off and it's the good stuff. Antibiotics, oxy, fuck, anything with opium in it.
I see the count, and it's fine.
I keep my own. That one's getting messed with. I'm a fucking mess right now, but I'm not stupid. I know what happens if I start a witch hunt.
So you want me to start one?
I want you to poke around.
What's there to go on?
I will admit though, Lee is by far one of my favorite video game characters of all time. I'm not gonna lie.
Toss out equipment, we fix it. You'd only try to get rid of
His design looks cool, his character is awesome, the voice actor is amazing.
Okay, I'll poke around a little bit.
Thank you. If you don't find anything, I'm just going to assume it's you.
A mystery.
God damn it, Duck.
Doc,
I'm sorry. I heard you guys talking.
you need to unhear all of that.
Can I help?
What did I just say?
You're the Grace detective, and I can be Dick Grayson, your ward. That's Robin.
I know who it is.
Fine.
Okay, you're Robin.
What do I do?
I don't know. Go look around. Let me know if you find anything weird.
I'm on the case.
Just get rid of this kid. I am so sorry, Kenny, but your kid's weird. Oh yeah, Carly wanted to talk. I forgot. But let me check on my girl Clementine first.
Hey, Clementine.
Hey, Lee.
You didn't accidentally break the flashlight, did you?
No, did Duck say I did?
No, did Duck break the flashlight?
I don't think so. He's just always blaming me for stuff.
Like what?
Putting a bug on his pillow?
Did you do that?
Yes.
Hang on, guys. I'm gonna save that. Hang on. Oh my god.